similar to the one that we have out there already.
Okay. This is a 24-volt model. You notice the lights there.
Mm-hmm.
Green lights mean your battery is good and it is inverting at this time. And of course we can tell that because I have it hooked there. Your mate will, each of your inverters has a cable and it's going into your hub 4. Well, you got a hub 10, which is this thing. All your inverters will hook into that, and then your mate.
So there's 10 hubs in there?
There's 10 ports.
10 ports in the hub?
One hub, 10 ports. Forgot to tell you about this. This is your transformer.
Mm-hmm.
It goes in that AC box, and again, the instructions are in there and in the box. So
Transforming 110 to 220?
what that does is the master inverter will be putting out 120. It goes through the transformer and puts 120 on both legs, so you always have 240 in your panel.
Okay.
As long as that's okay, it will work that way. But if you get a heavy load or something, the master says, hey, I can't handle this. So then it wakes up the other inverters. They start helping out, and it bypasses the transformer.
Okay.
So it helps save your inverter and save your batteries. This is a new version of the Mate.
Really?
You probably have an older one. Well, this is the main screen, and this is the screen you'll most often use. Now yours probably has DC AC up here and tells you how much you're using. It'll be DC or AC. And then it tells you your battery down here. This is a new programming situation here. This button here means inverter. It tells us that the inverter is on. You can shut it off that way. You can put it in search mode. And this is the one that people call and say, hey, it's not working. Well, it's in search mode. See, it's looking for something.
Oh, I see.
And so it really freaks people out. So if it's doing the blinking stuff, check this button here. That's okay.
Are we getting another Mate? Is it?
No,
We have a Mate out there.
Yeah.
And that's the one we'll be using. I haven't actually seen the Mate out there. That's the piece that did not come that we needed when we were there.
It was on your original order, but now he says it's no longer going anymore.
Okay. Because we have one.
Okay. This is for AC in. Okay. Now if I plug AC in on this inverter, first of all, you'll notice a yellow and red light blinking there. The red light stops and the yellow one continues blinking. What that's saying is, I'm looking for AC to come in. I want to make sure it's okay. I don't want to just accept it if it's not up to snuff. It is now up to snuff. So when it stops blinking, that means you are now connected to AC and you're not using your batteries anymore. Actually, your batteries are charging.
Okay.
And again, it's telling us that it's charging my battery right now. This yellow light here also says, okay, AC is coming in. If you move this one a couple times, you have your control. We're currently using it. This is for your generator. You can actually start your generator automatically.
Oh, that's nice.
Right now it's manually off.
Does the old system, the old Mate, do that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And see, this one hasn't been set up yet, so it's not going to help me. This is your charger. It's on automatic, and yours is probably set on automatic. But if you want to run your generator, but you don't want to charge the batteries, you can shut this off using this button. And then your fourth one is equalizing your battery. This is you don't want to do this unless it's absolutely necessary, but sometimes it's done about 2 or 3 times a year. Okay, going back to, this is your advanced menu. It gives you this warning, and it says enter the password. Okay, no big deal. The password is 141. The reason they do that is because if someone starts messing with your buttons, this is the program that you're going to mess things up with.
Is it always 141?
It's always
That's
141.
the default.
Okay.
141.
As soon as you push enter, you're in the advanced menu. You can choose to program your mate. You can choose to program your inverter, which is your FX. You can do the charger, and this is a new one. I don't know exactly what it means. In this category, we're going to choose the charger. This tells you we can't go over 12. These are just soft keys, and whatever it says above them is what's doing. So this here is set for 29.2 volts to absorb. The time limit is 2.5 hours. The float 27.6 for 1. The refloat and the equalized time. This is the one, like I said, you don't want to do. That's really whams your batteries really hard. Of course, yours will be like 62 because you're a 48 system. Usually it's about 8 hours. Well, when you get down to the bottom, you can either go back to advanced, you can go to the top of this menu, or you can go to the main. And this is all explained. I don't know if he still has his book, but he should have a book like this, and it should explain it all in there.
I don't know if we do or not.
So,
Do you know if they have that online to download?
yeah, everything's online.
Okay. If I don't have it, we'll get it.
Now status, again, is FX. Okay, right now it's telling me my batteries are actually 20.2 volts. And tells you other things. If you go to page 2, you can, this red light here,
The error.
yeah, if it's blinking, it's a warning. If it's an error, it's solid, and if it's an error, you can't use it. If it's warning, you can continue to use it. This red one here tells you your batteries are really low. But if you get a warning message or an error message, you go to this screen, and you can then look at what the error is. Now this is port. When you're done programming,
This is nice because when we were out there, we had a blinking red light. You're like, we have no idea what this means, but there was no documentation. We didn't have the mate,
okay,
so it would have been very handy. Okay.
you're going to have 3 inverters. And so you're going to have port 1, port 2, port 3. And you've got to program port 1 to be the master, and the other 2 will be slaves. If you have any questions on that, just call Leon. He can actually walk you through it over the phone.
Okay.
But like wherever your error message is, you know, if it's on 1, 2, or 3, you can go to that port, and it'll tell you if it's too high or too low, or the ACN is too high or too low. You know, this is the one we get most. That means the fan inside the thing is quit working. So anyways, and to get out, you just go back to main, and this is your main menu again. This is the screen we most often use, and the light will stay on a certain amount of time, and you can program that as well. And then if you just touch it once, the light comes on. And see, my light's already on, so it already went to the next screen.
All right. So it'll take a little bit of getting used to, but it's pretty easy. It's just navigating through the different pages.
Yeah, if you have any computer savvy, it's basically a little computer.
That'll be fine.
When it's set up properly, if you're in ACN and you shut it off, there should be no hesitation in that light.
Cool.
This port here is for your temperature sensor gauge. And these are all labeled ACN, AC out, negative, neutral. I'll show you on this one. These are 2 ground wires, 2 neutral wires. These are all bonded in here, so you just need 1 ground and 1 white. You don't need to try to cram 2 mains and 2 whites, 2 blacks and everything.